Hi, in this video, we will see validate API response status codes using rest assured. So once you get the response, I want to verify the status code of that particular response. So how can you do that? Okay. So for that, I'm going to use the resource fakestory.api.com/product/1. Okay. And I'm going to use get method to get the response. So first for that, we'll send the request to the server. We'll get the response. Once you get the response, we'll verify the response code of that particular response. Okay. So if you go to this URL, previously, so the same thing. So I want to get only this particular product, not entire all the products. Okay. So for that, you need to put /1. Okay. Then you'll get only that particular information. So if I change something here, I'm just some /test, some random content I'm giving. So when you hit enter, you see that cannot get this one products/1/test cannot get. So cannot get means what? Okay, we don't know. Right? We'll go back. So to verify this, so manually I'll verify. So instead of using rest assured, before that, we will see what is that status code we are getting. So before that, so there are different types of status codes are available. If the status code starts with 1, that is some informational information. Okay, the response is informational. If it starts with 2, then that is successful response. So this is what we will expect always. Okay, if that is starts with 3, so you need more information to fulfill the request. That request is not correct. Okay, so if it starts with 4, you might have given bad syntax and the request cannot be completed. So might be I have given /test, right? There is a bad request, so it will not complete. So you will not get any response. So if it is starts with 5, then this is server side issues. So 4 means your side means client side issues. It starts with 5 means server side issues. Okay. So success means 2, and if it is something you do any mistakes, then you will get the responses with starts with 4. Okay. So first we will see manually. So for that, I'll go to one of the websites called http://io/app. So uh, in this website, you can give some URL and test. This is very similar to the Postman. So instead of opening Postman and login all these things, you don't need any login here. I'm just using http://io/app. So what is that URL? This is the URL. So I'll go here, and this is the get method. I'll paste here and click send. You see that? You will get this information, same information which we got here. Rate 3.9, count 120. See, rate 3.9, count 120. It's the same information, but you see that 200 OK. This is the status code. You see that? Response 200. 200 means success. Okay. So this is what. If I mention /test, okay, and then send, you see that 404 not found. So this is I'm doing some mistake. Okay, I'm giving some junk URL. So this is client side uh, issue. So because of that, the code starts with 4 not 4 I'm getting. Okay, we'll verify these two things. Okay, so with the help of rest assured. So then we'll go to Eclipse. So in our previous video, we just saw a sample test, how we can get the response. So here I'll create another. So before that, I'll introduce TestNG. So I'm verifying, right? If you want to verify something, we need assertions. So for that, I need TestNG. So let me add TestNG dependency. TestNG. I'm using latest version 7.9.0. So go back to your Eclipse. Go to pom.xml. After this dependency, save. So it will download all the dependencies related to TestNG. Yeah, it's done. Go back here. So I'll create a class. new class. I'll give a name as validate response status codes test. Validate response status code test. I'm not using main method. The reason I'll use test methods using TestNG. Finish. Okay. So here what we'll do, we'll verify for one success message, one failure message. Means failures code, status code. Okay. So let me write @test. So public void validate success response code. Okay. Validate success response code. So what is that we'll write? We'll use both the ways, way one and way two. The way one is rest assured dot base URI. What is that base URI? That is this one. So fake store api.com/products/1. Then request specification. So request specification, request spec. You can give any name, right? This is just an instance. So you can give any name. So rest assured dot given. Okay. Then I'll get the response. So response is equals to request spec. Sorry. Request spec dot get method. I'll directly use get method. Okay. So then this response will have all the information. Along with that, you'll have a response status code also. So how you'll get that? Response dot, you'll have a get status code. You see that? Get status code, and the return type of this is integer. Okay. What is that? So integer status code is equals to response dot get status code. What is that status code we are expecting for the successful? We are expecting 200, right? 200. So for that, I use assertions. Assert dot assert equals. What is that actual? We are getting actual is status code. What we are expecting? 200. Right. We are expecting the 200, right? Then I'm expecting the 200, the response code. So I have written the same thing. Okay. I'm calling this API. I'm getting the response, and I'm getting the get status code that is in the form of integer. So 200 is also integer. So I'm asserting both the values. I'm getting 200 or not. Okay. Just run this. So I'm getting some error. No. Assert TestNG. Let me check this. So there is an issue with 7.9.0, it seems, this version. So let me change it to little older version, 7.7.1. Okay. So let me try with 7.8.0. I'll go a little bit older. So I saved. So let me rerun this code. Yeah, now there is no issues. That is with 7.9.0, it seems. So you see, it passed, no failures. Okay. If I'm giving some wrong information, 201. Okay. Whether I'm getting the 200 or not, otherwise you can say, I'll print that system.out.println status code. What is that status code? Status code. Okay, let me run again. This time it will fail. Okay, why it will fail? If you go to the console, you see status code I am getting as 200. See, expected 201 but found 200. Right, so we are getting 200. Let me change it to 200. This is way 1. So I want to use the DSL way. Okay, so then most of the people use static import static io dot rest assured dot star. So we'll also follow the same thing. Otherwise, you can directly use rest assured dot given. So given, okay, given, and dot when dot get. So let me this one, and then we will say then so then what happens here? We don't need to use TestNG. Okay, we don't need to use TestNG. So by default, you will have a assertions. Then dot will have a status code. Okay, and here you see that integer expected status code. What you are expecting the status code? 200. That's it. Given when dot get then status code. So we don't need to write this assertion. Okay, so let me comment this. So let me execute only this. So and observe the output. So it passed. No failures. Failures is 0. If you want to get confirmation, let me change it to 202, something like that. Okay, it is you will get the 200, but you are giving 202, so obviously it will fail. You see that it failed. It is saying expected status code 202, but it was 200. Right. So it's working perfectly. Let me change it to 200. This is success response code. Okay. Now we will see one failure response code. Okay. At the rate test. So public void validate failure response code. Very similar, but just for the knowledge. Okay, so here again way 1, so way 2. Okay. Let me copy all this information, same information. Right, so instead of that, what I'll mention here, /test. Okay, when you give /test, obviously it will fail. Why it will fail? Here we'll get 404, but I'm expecting 200. We'll run and see. You see that it failed. So status code we are getting 404, but we are verifying against 200. So it is failing. So to make it pass, we need to mention 404. The reason is the base URI, whatever we have given, is a wrong one. Okay. When you provide wrong one, 404. Why to verify all these things? When you get any API, any resource to verify, and then what is the negative test? When you provide this test also, if it is giving 200, there is no meaning of developing your APIs and testing your APIs, right? Whenever you give some wrong information, it should throw 404. Whether it is throwing 404 or I'm verifying. Okay, that's all. So if you run this one, now it will pass. Is that no failures, nothing. status code is 404. The same thing can be done using way 2. Let me copy paste everything. Okay, so let me comment this code, and here we need to mention /test. Again, it will fail. The reason is expecting 404, but I'm giving 200. Obviously, it will fail. Let me run this and see. Obviously, it will fail. It is expecting 404. We have given 200. So we need to change 404. Okay? When you provide wrong information, I'm expecting 404. Right. So it is expecting 404. We are giving 404. So obviously, test case will pass. You see that? It passed. So this is how you can verify the status code. Okay. So the status code is in the form of integer. Response dot get status code. Okay, that is integer. Success means 200 means starts with 2. So client side failures means starts with 4. Here I am giving wrong resource. So because of that, I am getting failure that I am validating. Okay. So this is how you can validate your response status code. Okay. So that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for interesting updates.